I did grow up in the foothills of southern Alberta in an old-time ranching family. My great-grandpa got there in the 1870s. He was one of the original Mounties, a Queen's cowboy that came west. And my family's been there ever since, so that's all I knew growing up. Life changes, and I'm married to a fly fishing guide now, and we live in a small western town, but I want to be the one to tell you that my horse riding skills never were even that great, even as a kid, and I never did high school rodeo, for example. I wasn't a good enough rider. I do not own a custom-made saddle or fancy, handmade rocket buster boots from El Paso. I sold all my cows and calves about 10 years ago for a long, sad reason. It's too complicated to get into. And let me be the one to tell you that I am the only cowboy poet here this week who has never roped a bear. How pathetic, really. I have my very shabby credentials. But still, when you think of the Western landscape, for all of us who love the Western landscape and live wherever we do, and maybe we're not going to be riding for $100,000 on the last Sunday of Calgary Stampede, but still us average cow people still love where we live. So this one's for all of us. Well, I'd brag about my calf crop, but I had to sell my cows. And if you saw me on a gather, you'd be right to raise your brows. Oh, I never roped the bear. I never raced the barrels even when I was a pup. Heck, it takes me 18 seconds just to swing my right leg up. Well, I never won a buckle, and I never roped a bear. I can't set a decent post. I don't wear Carhartt's underwear. My stock dog is a Labrador. My chore truck is a Rav. And rocket busters are a luxury I know I'll never have. I don't own Garcia spurs. I'm Joe Average, I admit. I can't throw the hula hand. Heck, I can barely throw a fit. I'm not so hot reversing when a trailer's on behind, and if you pick me last for roping, I assure you I won't mind. When they're calling for the buckaroos, I'll never make the cut. Goodness knows I'd strut my stuff, but I have no stuff to strut. I'm average girl, the one whose cowboy skills are sort of thin. Still, when they're calling for the Westerners, I hope they'll count me in. Songs are rightly sung about the exploits of the great. Me, I'm just thrilled to tag along, content to get the gate. But who sings a cowboy anthem for each average Jack and Jill? What page is spilled with ink from the cowboy poet's quill? So a toast to all us plodders who will never lead the race. We're barely worth our porridge, but our heart's in the right place. We're the first to stand and cheer when the experts do their best. We don't sparkle, flash, or dazzle. We're just glad to live out west. For each mediocre rider, for each average girl and guy, I say thank you, God, for placing us beneath the big blue sky. Now, in my case, being average has turned out to be a perk. I just get to wear the clothes because no one wants me for my work. What a treat to be here. Thanks for coming, everybody, this morning. We'll see you as the day goes by. Bye-bye.